Hello again, and welcome to my creative African cooking channel, Ndudu by Fafa. Today I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing rice and peas recipe. And of course it does state rice and peas, but it's red kidney beans. So if you have these two main ingredients and a few spices that I'm going to be mentioning, then yes, you're good to go. Now the interesting thing is, in Ghana we have a similar dish called waakye, which is cooked with black eyed beans, sorghum leaves and rice, and we call it waakye, and we have it with our preferred protein, and it's similar to this, but then I think there's a big difference in terms of the spices that this amazing Jamaican dish has in it. So today I'm trying my hands on it. Let's start. So to start off, you'd need 2 shallots or normal onions that you've thinly sliced. I've got my allspice there, habanero chili, you just need 1. I've got my fresh lemon thyme here, but if you have your normal thyme, it's fine, and you can use the dried ones. I've got 3 cloves of garlic and a teaspoon of freshly milled black peppercorns. The next thing is your red kidney beans. Now it's best to soak this overnight because that will cut your cooking time in half. But then again, if you're in a hurry, you can actually soak it in a lukewarm water for about 2 to 3 hours. But if you can do it overnight, then you are onto a winner. So I've now washed this, and to my saucepan, or may I say clay pot, I'm going to add 1.5 liters of water, add my soaked red kidney beans, which were about 400 grams worth of it, and I've added my habanero chili, the shallots. The next thing I do is I've just added my garlic that I've actually just cut in half. Absolutely. Adding the thyme, as you can tell, the black peppercorn, so it's almost like putugum shigum. Now with the allspice, I'm crushing it. Now what I love about the allspice is that nutmeggy flavor that it has, and it really adds to this dish. And I've added that, and I'm going to mix everything together till it's well combined. Now I'm going to allow this to simmer for about 1 hour and 25 minutes. Now the reason is I need to soften the kidney beans because it does take a while for this to cook. Yes, but please do not add salt to your kidney beans whilst you're boiling it to soften it, because immediately you do add the salt, then yes, it becomes harder. So whilst the kidney beans and the infusions are taking place, I'm now going to tackle my rice. So it's at this point that I like to wash my rice till the water runs clear so that I can get rid of as much starch as I can from the rice. Now this is my little secret. This allows for a fluffy and perfectly cooked rice. So once I wash it and the water runs clear, I will then soak it in lukewarm water. Yes, and I'll leave it on the side whilst I also go and check up on my beans just to make sure that it's cooking perfectly. Now, if this is your first time, you're welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in to watch. Please do not forget to click the subscribe button whilst you're here and the notification button, which means each time I upload a video, you're notified of it and you do not miss a thing. I do not want to miss you at all. Now, the beans looks perfect. Now the next ingredient is you do need your coconut milk. Yes, I mean there is a recipe that you can do without it, but I wanted to keep this recipe as authentic as I could. Absolutely. So here I'm just opening my coconut milk, and that looks perfect. Now let me just make sure that my red kidney beans are cooking perfectly and I've got that desired texture that I require. Let's have a look. Yeah, that mashes and that's perfect. So at this point, this is when I would like to add my salt. Yes, absolutely. Because if I added it earlier, as I mentioned, then it would take a long time for this to cook. So now I'm just going to get rid of the stalks of the thyme. It wouldn't be nice for one to bite into it. Now, when you're pouring your coconut milk, please don't make this mistake because yes, it's splashed everywhere, but I ensure that I cleaned all my surfaces, absolutely, as one does. And then I'm mixing everything together till it's well combined. This looks good. Like, I'm just so proud of myself. Absolutely. And just when it started to simmer, I was like, yeah, this is the right time for me to add my rice. Yes. So here you notice that apart from the coconut milk that I've added, I'm not going to be adding any more water or anything, and the rice has soaked perfectly. You can just tell I've drained the water from it, and I'm now added my rice, and I'm just gonna mix everything together till it's well combined, as I always say.
Ndudu by Fafa, Ndudu and Yukilu, Fafa, come on, Ndudu, and blow Fafa. I love the flavors, my bala. Ndudu,
So this has been simmering for about 10 minutes, and I already love what I'm looking at. Now with the habanero chili, you notice that I've left it whole. Now if you want it spicier, then you can break into it, but I'd rather you didn't, because this is like a very delicate flavor that, you need to enjoy it for what it is. Yes. And then I think it's the time that I need to use my grease-proof paper so I can trap in the steam, because it will be the steam that would cook this rice perfectly, absolutely, so that you don't end up with a mushy rice. That's definitely what we are avoiding today. So after trapping in the steam and of course, reducing the heat to its very lowest setting, I've ended up with this beauty, as you can tell. I can still tell there's a little bit of moisture left in, so I need it to cook for a further 5 to 6 minutes. But this is where the clay pot comes into its being. Now what I'm going to do is I've just added my fresh lemon thyme here, yes, and I'm going to turn the heat off and leave this to actually, just infuse and do some steaming for about 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, because the clay pot would retain that heat. Now this is where I said, this is not any other food. This is Ndudu by Fafa. Look at this pièce de résistance. And guess what? I served it with this incredible jerk chicken. I've done that recipe already. I'd leave the recipe link in the description box below. So do familiarize yourself with it and treat yourself as well. Today's a bank holiday, Monday, so we're taking a holiday from the holiday as well. And I quickly went on my Snap and I took the snapshot, with the hashtag open your mouth so I can virtually feed you. Yes, it was just incredible. The flavors, you're getting the hints of the allspice, the thyme, the garlic, the habanero chili, and then you've got the jerk sauce. It's just heaven, and that coconut flavor coming through. Now, have you tried that green plantain porridge recipe yet? You need to try it. It is exciting. Now, naturally, I'd be leaving the list of ingredients and measurements of this recipe on my blog, ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com. So do check it out. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as Ndudu by Fafa. So do pass by and say hi. Norel, thank you very much for my theme song. And I'm enjoying exploring new cultures, and I hope you are enjoying it as well. Now, to my loyal subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Notification gang, thank you ever so much. Me danyeshi akbalo, okay, me danyeshi chon. Me damase kradodo. Hey, now wait here. So quarantine evia, not just say I improve you. Me kata me gonna improve golo. Im kata me la fama. Me make sure but the mission I improve me lo. Akbalo.